Hey guys, it's early, but I don't care. We're going to read a creepypasta called The Rugrats Theory. It, from what I know, it's about Angelica. No, actually, you'll see. Alright, let's start. The Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's demonic and unimaginable imagination. Chucky died in 1986 along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was born in 1988, but he was a stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had the chance to live. The Devilles had, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the Devilles had an abortion in 1990. Angelica couldn't figure whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twin. As we're all grown up, the teenage Angelica became addicted to various narcotics which further aggravated her schizophrenia, bringing her back to her childhood and thus her creations she obsessed over. Because of time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her creations, she made them older. Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations, who were only her company. In a judgmental world, Angelica's mom actually died of a heroin overdose in 1982, just after Angelica was born. And Drew, in his depression, married that Angelica idolized because she fooled herself into thinking it was her real mom, but always had a concept for her mom. Cynthia, orange dress, and having jacked up hair, which is why she was so attached to it. Later in life, she followed in her mom's footsteps with drugs and everything, dying of an overdose at age 13, when All Grown Up was canceled. The only Rugrat not to be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother, Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations, although Dill didn't follow her commands. After endless crying and refusal to disappear like the others did, when Angelica was angry at them, she hit him. Due to this, he sustained a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in a deformation. As he grew up, his damage only became more evident. By the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what Angelica to her drug use. It is what led Angelica to uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience with hallucinogenics. Oh, how long is this? On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz married a woman named Kira. He was actually going to marry a different woman named Coco, but she just wanted him for his money. Who had a daughter named Kimi that was torn from her because she was a cocaine addict. Angelica imagined her from Kira's stories. He lost his mind after the death of his wife and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married and she got her green card. It was actually a really happy and romantic story. Kira continually struggled with addiction, but was relatively happy after her life with Chaz. Susie was actually Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thoughts of Angelica's creations for her sake. Angelica spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the live creations of her tweaked version. Alright, well, that is the Rugrats theory. Now, to me, some of the creepypasta makes sense, but some of it doesn't, because a child taking acid, So, that's, bro, if you ever saw your child taking acid, what would you do? I know what I would do. I don't even have to explain it. But yeah, this was the Rugrats theory. I would give it. I like his story. It's kind of original, I guess. I don't know. I'm in the video here. Subscribe, like, please. Thank you.